Hello viewers, welcome back to Visual Studios, and today we are going to do another episode of how they did it, because we believe that if they did it, we can also did it. And in today's episode we are going to look at Mudra's video Gwe Amanyi. There's this nice effect which GrateMake did, and I really wanted to show you how you can achieve this same effect using Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm not saying that they used maybe Adobe Premiere Pro to create it. They could have used any other software. So it's really a cool effect, very nice and very elegant, and I loved the way he did it. So basically we see the clip moving backwards, like reducing in size, then other clips coming into display, more clips and more clips, then it zooms back to another clip, kind of transition, like a camera is wandering around different boxes or something of the kind. I don't know actually how I can describe it, but it's really a cool effect, and I hope this video helps you to see how you can also recreate it or do it in your own music videos out there. My name is Kataliko Samuel. I'm a videographer working with Visual Studios, and without wasting much of your time, let's jump straight into the tutorial. So as I've told you, we are going to be using Adobe Premiere Pro for this effect, and it doesn't matter which version you're using, actually any version, straight from CS3 if there's anyone who is still using CS3 up to CC 2021, which I'm using right now. I believe we can all achieve the same results. So let's jump straight into the video. So first things first, you will need 2 clips. So as you can see, what GrateMake did here was making others red and then others leaving them white, because I believe they were all shot from one place. They were all white background, but then for this effect to really come out well, there has to be a difference. So as I've told you before, is that we are going to need 2 clips. So my first one is this outdoor clip with some green. It's just raw, not graded. So I'll put it inside Adobe Premiere so I can make it longer. We have placed our first clip inside our timeline. So the next thing we're going to do is bring the second clip, and here it is. Sorry, it's kind of small. So as you can see, they are really different. So you can actually use, for example, night shots and daytime shots, or indoor, outdoor, or just as long as the backgrounds are really different or the clips are totally different. So I'm going to select the first clip and head to the video effects folder and go all the way down to the stylize and then choose replicate. And I'm going to place it on my first clip, and by default replicate actually just replicating, like making copies. It automatically makes 4 copies of my clip, but on one clip I need more, so I'm going to make on the count, I'm going to make put there 5. So that is the first step. So the next thing I'm now going to do is now bring my second clip, which is this, and place it on top of my first clip, and I'm going to reduce it. So I did some experimenting and until I found what worked best for me. So for scale, I'm going to put there 20, and the main point is to make sure that this clip actually lines up perfectly well with the replicas. It's really important. So that is fine. Then the next thing I'm going to do is now position, move this to around here. So like I'm going to move it to make more copies and cover these boxes here. So I'm going to duplicate now this upper clip by holding down Alt and then dragging up, and then move it there. Then again duplicate this, and I'm going to move it down here. So I'm going to duplicate again and move it again down here. So I'm going to repeat the process again and again until I have covered up this whole space. So that is the next step. We have placed our clips the way we want them. You can actually place these second clips randomly around your screen, but make sure they're in line with the replicas. The next thing I'm going to do is now grab everything and right click and then just come to nest. Basically, nesting puts everything together, everything that you've selected together into one file, so that it is easier for you to add now more effects to them. So I'm going to press OK, and now everything is in there. So if you want to maybe edit what is inside your nest, you can just double click and the new sequence, the nested sequence will now come here. Then you can make your changes the way you want. Let's close that. What I'm going to do now is come to the scale and scale up everything until this fits our screen completely. So now I'm going to animate this. So the animation actually depends on you, how you want it. So we can come to the beginning of the clip. Then let's say we want our animation now to start from here, like we want the clip to first move then before the animation comes in. So after a few frames, then we can start the scale animation and then also the position, but we can leave the position for the meantime. We shall activate it later. So select the scale, we have done that, then move forward maybe a few seconds and then reduce this back to 100 very nicely. Then another thing, you can right click on this keyframe point and then choose easy in. So as you can see, it is coming up like that, coming out like that. Maybe let's move. So for the animation, just play around with it until you get the results you want. Now to move maybe to this next clip, maybe this or any that is different from the one we started with, the green one. So to move to the next one now, which is, let's say, the brown one, now we can activate the position, animation for the position, then move forward in time and start zooming in again. But this time we don't want this brown, the green clip. We want the brown one, and let's see how that comes out. Let's render it and see how it comes out. And as I told you, that it's really important to make sure these clips align really well with the replicas. Is something you have to put into consideration to make things perfect and nicely. But I hope this tutorial was really helpful to you, and hope you've learned something from it. And thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and please consider subscribing if you're new here and share it with your friends.